Sister Wives Robyn Brown Coyotepass tore up the original property deed. Kody Brown couldn't find the time to return Janelle and Meri's property. The court has given an ultimatum to return it within 24 hours. Kody Brown is crying and trying to prove himself innocent, fearing imprisonment. The court judge ordered Robyn to serve a prison sentence. Janelle and Meri are worried until they get the property title deeds. Christine counsels and encourages Janelle and Meri. Hello friends, welcome to the Daily Gossip News Update. I am Olivia and hope you are well by God's grace. Please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Kody uses Robyn for toe-curling comparisons in tell-all. Sister Wives star Kody Brown reaches a new height for toe-curling behavior when he uses a bizarre comparison to explain his love for Robyn Brown. We heard Kody say some strange things in the past, but the new scenes for this season's tell-all episodes will likely top his previous words of wisdom. Kody Brown said he is tired of defending his love for Robyn Brown on the Sister Wives Season 19 tell-all. He seems to try to normalize loving Robyn more than the other wives for the tell-all interviewer, Sukanya Krishnan. A very angry Kody says to Suki, "You find higher love? And then everybody just slaps you down for it." Then he goes a little further and says, "I'll tell you what. There's a divine aspect about my relationship with Robyn, and we have been bitch-slapped for it." Suki asks Kody if polygamy includes loving each wife equally, but the Sister Wives celebrity goes off on her, saying, "Try that? Try that." In other words, he suggests that Suki try to love two partners equally. Apparently, Kody doesn't think it is possible. Kody originally led Sister Wives fans to believe that he loved each wife equally. Then, in the last few seasons, he confesses to loving only Robyn. So, a very irritated Kody Brown now cuts it down the middle. His new message seems to be that while he loved his other wives, he loved Robyn the most. Not only does he put Robyn coming to him as a divine aspect of his life, but he also compares loving Robyn to other scenarios fans can equate to in their lives. He starts making comparisons to having children and friends and how each one stands out a little more than the others for different things. Apparently, kids and friends, much like his wives, stand out for their different traits. But with Robyn, he loved her more because that is where his heart led him. And that seems okay with Kody, coming from his take on polygamy. He said he found higher love with Robyn, but then compares this love to being a salesman. Kody really is fit to be tied during this season's Sister Wives tell-all. He is trying to make a point through his growing anger, and then comes out with something bizarre. It is so off the wall that people can't make the connection Kody is trying to make, fitting back to finding a higher love with Robyn. He says there's always going to be a better salesman than him. Now that's a jump. But he continues and asks if this means, "I am supposed to go murder that better salesman because he is getting all the deals." Fans wonder if he refers to Robyn as the better salesman in this Sister Wives scenario he spins. And where does murder come in? Well, Suki couldn't get a word in through Kody's rapid and loud speech. But one thing the fans took away from this clip: Kody is very angry, and it sounds like this is still due to the world's outlook on Robyn. Sister Wives, Kody Brown says he's never claimed to be a ladies' man despite previously having 4 wives. Kody Brown is setting the record straight about his skills with the ladies. On this week's episode of Sister Wives airing on Sunday, May 11, Kody shared with the cameras that his family is focusing on doing happy things in the aftermath of his son Garrison's sudden death. "We're moving through our grief because you need that time of mourning," Kody explained before tearing up. "We're doing mourning things to respect and love the dead, to mourn to own that pain. We're doing happy things. We're doing happy things so that we are moving on from mourning, so we can have faith in the hereafter and in our own futures and our own lives." Even though the episode was still focused on how the family continued to navigate the tragedy, it also featured some lighter moments from the brood. Kody traveled with his wife, Robyn Brown, and their children to his former stomping ground in his native Wyoming. He not only showed them around town, which included showing them the various signs he crafted for local businesses early in his career, but he also got them to engage in local activities. At one point, the family gathered at a local restaurant for a meal and engaged in light-hearted conversation. Kody shared with Robyn and his children the origins of his name, which was inspired by his father's admiration for Buffalo Bill, aka William Frederick Kody. He was a scout for the U.S. Army, and later on in his life, he became friends or business partners with Sitting Bull, and they traveled with the Wild Wild West show. Kody explained of Buffalo Bill. Basically, he was a showman. He was an entertainer. To that, Robyn asked, "So, do you think that's like you?" Sister Wives, did Kody shun Logan out of jealousy? Hey Sister Wives fans, let's talk about how Kody Brown stepped in it again, this time with his oldest son, Logan Brown. But before we get into Kody shocking everyone with his behavior toward Logan, keep in mind what Kody said about fixing things with his family on the latest episode. In recent episodes of Sister Wives, we saw Kody Brown look right into the camera to talk about his alleged attempts to make amends with his estranged kids. We've really only got Kody's word on that, until Janelle said something later on. But at Garrison's funeral, we saw Kody pull a rather sad stunt involving his oldest son, Logan. So, Kody's giving this version of events that sounds like he's trying to fix things with his grown kids. And some of this comes from that tale he told Robyn about when he went to Utah to see his girls, presumably referring to his daughters with Christine Brown. The Sister Wives patriarch also said he saw his boys by another mother, which sounds like his sons with Janelle Brown. Some of the hardest scenes to watch from Sister Wives were those involving Garrison's death. The pain coming from everyone was not easy to watch for many viewers. Then there is Kody, who seemed consumed with trying to find a way to make things more bearable for himself. As you know, he was reportedly still estranged from Garrison when he died, and part of Kody's mission seemed to be the Utah trip he took without Robyn that happened before the funeral. It sounded like Garrison's death made Kody realize he couldn't put off fixing things with his remaining kids. We learned about this trip from Kody reporting all the details to Robyn, so he told Robyn about the trip and made it sound like a success. But in a more recent episode, Janelle had a different take on the great reunion tour he bragged about to Robyn. Janelle said Kody remained estranged from many family members after this trip, including at Garrison's funeral. If you watch how Kody's children reacted to him at the funeral service, it seems to back up what Janelle said. For one thing, the Sister Wives' adult kids seemed to basically ignore him at the cemetery, all but one, his oldest son, Logan Brown. Now, I do want to make one thing clear before we talk about the interaction between Logan and his dad, Kody, at the funeral. You know, a lot of the Sister Wives' estranged kids have said some things publicly. Peyton Brown, Gwendolyn Brown, and Gabrielle Brown are just 3 of the kids who vented about their father on TV and or social media. So many of the Sister Wives brood have spoke out about Kody and Robyn in no uncertain terms. I say that to draw attention to the fact that Logan has not voiced his opinion of Kody publicly on social media like some of the other kids have. So, going into this, Logan said nothing to embarrass, upset, or criticize Kody on social media. And from all accounts through the seasons of Sister Wives on TLC, Logan's been a wonderful son to Kody and Janelle, treating his parents with kindness and respect. All the kids seem to adore their shared moms, but it's their dad Kody they've taken issue with, to be clear. Okay, so what happened with Logan and Kody at the funeral that has people talking? It was a quick little scene on the Sister Wives screen. Blink and miss it, but still, it was kind of a big deal. During the funeral service, Kody climbed down into the hole he dug for Garrison's urn. Then Janelle handed the urn to Kody, who was about knee-deep in the hole. While holding Garrison's urn carefully in his hands, Kody placed it into the ground. Then, as Kody was climbing up out of the hole, Logan reached out to Kody and said, "Let me give you a hand, Dad." The funeral and to absolve himself in front of everyone from the animosity between father/son with this supposed dream. Either cooey or wishful thinking. Another Sister Wives fan not only doubted Kobe's dream about Garrison ever happened, but also said the other Brown children likely felt the same. This viewer tweeted, "I'm not sure I'm buying that, and by the looks on the kids' faces, I don't think they did either." The overwhelming tone of fan comments on social media is that since Kody never made amends with Garrison, Kody figured out a way to do this for himself. But despite Kody's dreaming forgiveness he conjured up about Garrison, that doesn't mean Kody can't still mend his relationships with the other Sister Wives kids. It was heartbreaking for fans to see him turn Logan away, basically rejecting a hand held out in love. Other fans shared their thoughts on why Kody dismissed Logan's help. If you've never noticed, Kody is quite competitive with his older boys. We'd have seen this in the past on Sister Wives. With Logan being the oldest of Janelle's 6 children, he often stood in as the father figure when Kody was away, so often doing his rotation at the other Sister Wives' homes, back when Kody had other wives. Earlier seasons showed Logan gathering up his rambunctious younger siblings for bedtime while Janelle worked. He often got them up and fed in the morning, preparing them breakfast, and then shuffling the kids out the door for school, before leaving for his own classes. That's all daddy work that Logan Brown was doing, things that Kody should have done. So it stands to reason that these kids might still run to Logan, who was an always-present father-type figure in the house even when Kody was around. So some Sister Wives fans wonder if Kody felt jealous that Logan stepped up when Kody fell short as a father. But other fans think this presumed resentment towards Logan dates back even further. If you remember, Kody's firstborn was Logan Brown, and Meri, Janelle, and Christine all doted on Logan, the first child born into the family. Some fans wonder if Kody was jealous from the get-go because Logan got a lot of attention from all 3 wives as a baby. It's an interesting theory about Kody's insecurities, if nothing else. And also, let's be clear, Logan had what Kody didn't, a loving relationship with his brother Garrison until the day he died. This is something Kody desperately wished he had, but when he estranged himself from his grown kids during COVID, he lost that. So we're left with that awful scene of Logan reaching out with love and understanding to Kody at Garrison's funeral, and basically getting his hand slapped away. It's just sad for everyone. For Kody, for Logan, for Janelle, and for it to happen at Garrison's funeral. Heartbreaking revelations. Janelle Brown and Maddie Brush reflect on Garrison's untimely death. During her confessional interview, Maddie revealed, "I was trying to get him to move out here," expressing her efforts to persuade Garrison to relocate from Flagstaff, Ariz, to be closer to her family in North Carolina. Moments before his death, she reflected on their conversations. "And so every step that we get closer to it, we talked a lot about that," she said. Her husband, Caleb Brush, added a somber note. "We almost had him here too. He was almost coming." But Maddie poignantly remarked, "I think he was just so deep in." Tragedy struck when Garrison was found dead in his Flagstaff, Ariz apartment on March 5, 2024, from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. The devastating news was delivered to Maddie by Janelle, forever altering her world. "There's a few moments in your life that I feel like alter your brain chemistry," she said, clearly grappling with the fallout. "And I definitely feel like calling siblings that a sibling had died definitely alters your brain chemistry." Now residing in North Carolina and working on building Tata Farms, a peaceful sanctuary for connection and healing, Janelle opened up about her current responsibilities. During a candid moment with her sister Carrie, she revealed, "Now I have the big job of getting his house ready and all that stuff," as she prepares to sort through Garrison's belongings. "We had offered him all the love, all the support, all the help, all the resources," she lamented, trying to reckon with the sudden loss. "I don't know what happened that night. He did that because he's had other nights like this where he would drink and then pass out, and he would go kind of radio silent. But he'd be back in the morning." As the family processes this unimaginable grief, Janelle articulated the waves of sorrow that wash over her. Sometimes it catches you at a more raw moment for sure. I'm glad that I'm here now versus still in Flagstaff, she confided. Garrison was one of Kody Brown and Janelle's 6 children, whose lives have been forever changed after their separation in December 2022. Sister Wives star Janelle Brown cries as she receives late son Garrison's flag in military ceremony. Garrison joined the National Guard when he was living in Las Vegas, Nev, in 2015. He served as a staff sergeant and a proud TAV scout who had a caring nature and exemplified dedication to his country, according to a tribute written on the National Guard's social media. Known for his adventurous spirit, Brown traveled extensively, exploring multiple countries and continents, the post continued. He had a passion for comedy, amateur craftsmanship, and adventurous photography, with his night sky photography particularly moving those who viewed it. Brown's friends and family remember him for his sense of humor and ability to connect with others, the message added. His passing has left a void in their hearts. The entire Nevada National Guard community shares in the sorrow of losing Staff Sgt. Robert Garrison Brown, the Post noted. We recognize the profound impact of his absence on our fellow members and the 221st Cavalry family, who are deeply affected by the loss of their trusted companion. As OK previously reported, Garrison was found dead in his Flagstaff Ariz home by younger brother Gabriel on Tuesday, March 5. The police report stated his cause of death appeared to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Both Gabriel and one of the late 25-year-old's roommates confirmed he'd been struggling with drinking and depression. Garrison was laid to rest on Friday, March 8, at a private funeral for family only. Everyone was hugging and tearing up. It was the hardest thing any of them have ever had to do, but sharing stories about Garrison helped them get through it, the source shared of the memorial. Everyone hopes Garrison's found the peace that seemed to elude him in life. Sister Wives. Kody Brown Instagram activity is concerning me. Patriarch Kody Brown's Instagram activity is concerning me, as I feel he may be hiding something. Sister Wives Season 19 was split into 2 parts, with a few months-long hiatus in between. The second half is currently airing, and the focus has been around how the Brown family is responding to and grieving the loss of Garrison Brown, who passed away by suicide in March 2024. Garrison was Kody's son with his second wife, Janelle Brown. Janelle left Kody in 2022, following the suit of Kody's third wife, Christine Brown, who left in 2021. Kody's original wife, Meri Brown, was the last to leave him, having done so in 2023. Now, Kody is left in monogamy with his fourth wife, Robyn Brown, who joined the family in 2010. It's become quite clear that Kody favored Robyn over his other wives, and his behavior around that favoritism caused a huge rift between him, Robyn, their 5 children, and the rest of the family. And with Garrison's passing, the whole family is in turmoil. And I'm noticing that Kody's Instagram account and activity are affected by it all. Kody's Instagram account is unverified, but he has 184,000 followers. Kody's last post was on March 5, 2024, and it was related to Garrison's passing. Kody had the comments turned off on his post. What Kody's lack of posting since losing Garrison means to me is that he may not feel it appropriate to post about his life on social media. Kody is in a very controversial spot. I believe he did a lot of damage in his failed marriages, and he has not taken accountability. He's presented as bitter, accusatory, and straight-up rude, even going so far as to say that he never loved his OG 3 wives and only has real love for Robyn. Kody has set himself up to be inciting to Sister Wives viewers, and with all his behavior and actions around the end of his marriages, his children suffered too. His favoritism went beyond the OG 3 feeling the effects. His original 13 kids also felt it. Most of Kody's children don't talk to him and don't care to have a relationship with him because his marriage to Robyn, his treatment of their mothers, and his inability to be present for them. This is true with Garrison, too. Kody and Garrison were not on speaking terms and very much estranged when he passed. I know that if Kody were to post anything online right now, he would get a lot of criticism. Also, since so much time has passed since his last post, his next post will be a very big deal. Kody has a history of contentious Instagram posting. His bio alone is inflammatory, as he has not updated it since his wives left him. Kody is now a husband to 1 and a father to 17, so it's clear that his bio needs updating, and to be softened out if he doesn't want to invite trolling. I believe it's possible that Kody is so disinterested in public opinion and scrutiny right now in the wake of Garrison passing and his wives leaving, that he's afraid of saying the wrong things, as he's done before. Kody likes to control his own narrative, and he attempted to do just that in the past by posting about his wives leaving him, which viewers found distasteful. Kody has a hard time controlling his words, and he likes to rewrite history, so I think he is avoiding opening that Pandora's box on social media at all, given the lens he's under. What I do find odd is that Kody is not capitalizing on his sister wives' reality TV fame by doing brand deals, promotions, and other business ventures through social media. Kody does actively do cameos, where he gets paid to send personalized videos and messages to fans. I feel like Kody is comfortable on the cameo platform, but not on Instagram because there is a lot less room for scrutiny. However, I think it's a mistake on his part because leading his Instagram the right way could be very lucrative for him.